The British royal family has always been surrounded by tradition, secrecy, and carefully managed power dynamics. But recent reports suggest that behind the palace gates, an unexpected shift may be unfolding, one that has sparked intense speculation among royal watchers across the world. According to palace insiders, a significant security change may have taken place at one of the royal residences. The change reportedly involves none other than Prince William, Queen Camilla, and Princess Anne, raising questions about internal trust, royal protocol, and the evolving structure of authority inside the monarchy. To understand why this development is generating so much buzz, we need to look at the roles each of these senior royals play within the royal institution. Prince William has gradually stepped into a more prominent leadership role within the monarchy. As the Prince of Wales and the future king, William has been increasingly involved in high-level decisions surrounding palace operations, staff structures, and long-term planning for the royal household. Over the past few years, observers have noted a steady shift toward modernization under William's influence. He has emphasized transparency, streamlined staff operations, and stronger institutional discipline. While these changes may seem administrative on the surface, they often signal deeper adjustments within the royal structure. At the same time, Queen Camilla's position within the royal family has also evolved significantly. For decades, Camilla remained a controversial figure in public perception. However, following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and the accession of King Charles III, Camilla officially became Queen Consort. Since then, she has carried out numerous royal duties, charity engagements, and state appearances. Her role inside the palace system is undeniably important. As the wife of the reigning monarch, Camilla has access to key royal residences, offices, and staff operations. Traditionally, that level of access also includes security credentials and entry permissions that allow senior royals to move freely within designated palace areas. But recent whispers from royal insiders suggest that something unusual may have happened regarding those permissions. According to emerging reports circulating among royal commentators, Prince William may have ordered a revision of palace security access protocols. These changes reportedly involved updating digital entry systems and reassigning control of certain security functions. The most surprising detail? Some sources claim that Camilla's direct access credentials to specific palace areas may have been temporarily revoked or reconfigured as part of the new security arrangement. If accurate, the decision would represent a significant procedural shift within royal security management. Royal residences such as Buckingham Palace, Clarence House, Kensington Palace, and Windsor Castle operate under extremely strict security frameworks. Entry to private corridors, offices, and royal apartments is controlled through advanced systems managed by specialized security teams. Any modification to those systems would typically require authorization from the highest levels of the royal household. And that's where Princess Anne enters the picture. Princess Anne has long been known as one of the most disciplined and respected members of the royal family. Often described as the hardest working royal, and has built a reputation for efficiency, loyalty, and a no-nonsense approach to duty. Less widely known, however, is her influence behind the scenes, particularly in areas related to operational oversight and security coordination. Several royal observers have pointed out that and maintained strong working relationships with palace security personnel and administrative teams. Her reputation for discretion and organizational precision has made her a trusted figure in sensitive internal matters. Some insiders now suggest that Anne's security team may have been asked to oversee certain access control measures following the recent protocol changes. If this is true, it would mean that palace entry systems in specific sections are now being monitored or managed by security officers, reporting through channels associated with Anne's operational oversight. The situation has naturally fueled speculation. Why would Prince William approve such a move? Was it part of a routine security upgrade? Or could it signal deeper internal restructuring within the palace hierarchy? Royal experts say there are several possible explanations. First, the change may simply reflect a broader modernization effort. Many historic institutions are transitioning toward advanced digital security systems that require periodic resets, credential updates, and temporary access suspensions during system upgrades. In that scenario, any change affecting Camilla's access could simply be administrative rather than personal. Another possibility relates to internal compartmentalization. Modern royal operations increasingly rely on separating access privileges based on functional roles rather than status alone. Even senior royals may have specific zones where entry requires additional authorization depending on operational needs. Prince William's push for efficiency may have encouraged exactly that kind of structured access framework. However, royal watchers have also noted that timing can sometimes carry symbolic weight within palace dynamics. With King Charles continuing to focus on health and state responsibilities, senior royals have been quietly taking on more operational influence. William, as heir to the throne, is expected to shape how the monarchy functions in the decades ahead. And Princess Anne, widely regarded as one of the monarchy's most dependable figures, often plays a stabilizing role when internal adjustments are required. The idea that Anne's security team might temporarily oversee entry management could simply reflect trust in her organizational leadership. Still, the reports have sparked intense discussion across royal circles. Some commentators argue that the situation illustrates William's growing authority inside the institution. Others believe it demonstrates how the royal family is gradually adapting its internal systems to meet modern governance standards. Of course, it is important to remember that the royal household rarely comments publicly on internal administrative procedures. Security arrangements are among the most closely guarded aspects of palace operations. As a result, much of what circulates in media discussions remains based on insider observations and interpretations rather than official statements. But whether the change was routine or strategic, it highlights an undeniable reality. The monarchy is evolving. Prince William represents the future direction of the institution. His leadership style emphasizes efficiency, clarity, and long-term stability. Princess Anne embodies the monarchy's tradition of discipline and duty, bringing decades of experience and institutional knowledge. Queen Camilla, meanwhile, continues to perform her role alongside King Charles while navigating the complex public and private expectations attached to the position of Queen Consort. The intersection of these roles creates a fascinating dynamic inside the royal household. Moments like this, whether administrative adjustments or deeper strategic shifts, offer glimpses into how power, responsibility, and trust operate behind the palace walls. For royal watchers, every detail adds another layer to the ongoing story of a centuries-old institution adapting to the modern world. As Prince William gradually prepares for the day he will become king, decisions about structure, security, and governance will only grow more significant. And if recent reports are any indication, the internal evolution of the monarchy may already be well underway. One thing remains certain. Whenever changes occur inside the royal household, the world is watching closely, because within those historic palace walls, even the smallest shift can signal the beginning of a much larger transformation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into royal developments, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest updates from the world of royalty and high society. Stay tuned for more exclusive royal stories and insights right here.